Alright, this is the first video documenting the build up of my 93 GMC Sonoma. Front solid axle swap, front frame build with a Cummins common rail 4BT. Frame's bare. Just finished cutting it. Didn't do it on camera. Kinda need both hands for that. About to split it. Alright, it is cut in half. Pro tip, don't miss a spot and make yourself look stupid. Alright, so there's a difference between the front half and rear half of these frames. They're obviously set up where that pretty much is just the same in everything. Engine transmission mounts are on there, and then as far as the backside goes, it depends whether or not it's a standard cab, extended cab, four door, long bed, short bed, whatever. Those are the front bed mounts or cab mounts. Pretty much what I'm doing is boxing everything. I'm gonna have tubing sleeving this going forward, brand new frame, mainly because that one's not wide enough for this engine, which is, I forget, yeah, it's an ISB, Cummins ISB 170, which, like I said before, it's like a Cummins 4BT, but the 24 valve version, or not 24 valve, but you know, like the Big Brother 24 valve fuel injected common rail. It's all apart. I'm gonna be running that Allison 1000. The whole thing I got on a frame cut from a box truck. Like, yeah, why are you doing a solid axle swap 4-wheel drive with that? Well, it's what it came with. It's too much of a pain in the butt. There's not a lot of aftermarket help on these. If not, well, there's none. So I'm going to be running a NP205 divorce transfer case behind that. And it'll go up here to this GM 10 bolt that I got for cheap. Has some water in it, but not a big deal. I'd be going through it and changing everything out anyway. As far as you guys might be wondering how I'm going to line everything up afterwards, you'll notice a blue tape. I had the frame up on stands, the screw jacks, to get everything perfectly leveled side to side and front and back. Bought on this mid section here, and that was what I'm going by. And then you'll notice here there's black marks, so I put a plumb bob straight off those black marks, 2 on each one. They go to the floor to 2 separate spots. That way I have plenty of points to check myself against. And then this frame right here in front of the dirt bike with horrible welds, don't look. Stick welding thin metal. That's all I had at the moment. But this is my negative frame jig. If you guys watch Bad Obsession Motorsports, they make a lot of that. This is my cheaper, not as good version, but that will show me the front radiator support mounts where I need to build 2 when I'm building the frame, and that way I can put the cab on. All I have to do is build the frame out, have front cab mounts, which I have all my measurements for, and then put the cab on, and then I can build up to my negative frame jig, and that'll help me get everything lined up. And then I can go ahead and put all this garbage back on, which is just thrown in here. Old dash, that thing, that was a pain in the butt taking out. This is the radiator that I got with the frame cut. Obviously it has a leak somewhere on it. I'm not going to use it. It's probably too tall anyway, and it's only a single pass. I think I'll get an aftermarket aluminum if I can. Probably same height and width as the stock, but a thicker radiator. I mean, even though I'm going with 6x3 rec tubing on the front, that's 1/4 inch wall, which is super heavy and overkill, but you know, better overkill than underkill. And then I'm gonna box the rest of the frame, be building in sorry for the noise, be building in more subframe, all that. It's gonna be a lot more weight, but that engine comes stock with 420 foot-pounds of torque at 1600 RPM, so I don't think that'll be too much of an issue. The only thing I got to figure out is I'm probably not going to use the stock fuel tank, even if I did clean it out, mainly because it's only a 15-gallon tank and I'd like to have something big. I found 32-gallon tanks that are plastic fuel cells that I'll probably put in between here, cut that out, do them all on my own frame inside. Like I said, not a problem. If I'm going to do all the work, I might as well go overboard and do it all right. It's kind of my style. But I thought I'd start a first video keeping track of this by showing you guys that I cut it in half. No going back. When you got to do a big cut like this, do it fast. That way you can't change your mind. Alright guys, catch you later.